If you're not 100% in your business, then you're not really committed to the business. Have you ever heard a business coach tell you that?
So you think you know a lot about business?
Is it true? I don't know. Business coaches talk a lot of So what the do I think about that? Let's find out. I'm Amy Walker. I'm a small business strategist, and I have helped hundreds of entrepreneurs and small business owners grow their business to 6 and even 7 figures, and I know that you can do it too. And today in this video, we are talking about the side hustle. A side hustle, a lot of people are saying, is the new job security.
The important thing is, this kept us secure, people.
But you got a lot of business coaches that are like, if you're not all in your business, like if you've still got your job, if you've got a side hustle going on, you are not really committed to your business. And I gotta say in this one, I'm like a little bit stitious in this one. I'm not opposed to the side hustle when it's done right, but I have definitely seen side hustles become a distraction from being successful in their business. So in this video, here's what we're going to cover. We're going to dig into what you really want out of your business, why you're pursuing the side hustle, help you understand what side hustles are positive and when you should use them, and what ones you should avoid because they're just going to distract you and keep you from the success that you really want. Plus, I'm going to share with you 2 of my side hustles that I don't think I've ever actually talked about on the channel before. And yes, you heard that right. I have some side hustles. Okay, so let's jump in and get started. So my first question is, what do you really want out of your entrepreneurial journey and why are you pursuing the side hustle? Let's talk about some good reasons to pursue a side hustle. Number 1, you need extra cash flow in order to make your next business move. And so it makes sense to go get some cash and be able to have like low level of fulfillment need over there and just move the cash to where you ultimately want to go. That's a really good move. Number 2, you need a short-term gig until your business is actually more productive and producing more consistently. That's also a good move. Maybe you want to gain some skills that are going to be useful for you in your business, and a side hustle is the best way for you to learn those specific skills. Great move. Or maybe you want multiple streams of income because you want to feel more financial security and you can actually manage those multiple streams of income without feeling distracted. Great move. This is called being a diversified entrepreneur, and a lot of successful entrepreneurs do this. They own multiple companies and they have certain roles and responsibilities in each one that they can manage overall, and so their eggs are not all in one income basket. This is called job security, and I think after the pandemic, we all want a little bit more of it. We've seen how fast jobs can dry up. We've seen how fast clients can cancel. We've just seen how fast income can go away, and we want to know that we have multiple different ways that we can bring it in. Great decision.
Something you are doing is right.
Let's talk about the bad reasons why people pursue side hustles. One would be because you fear that you just can't make it on your own. And so because you lack the confidence in yourself, you go and pick up a side hustle that is really you playing small. The second type of side hustle that I really don't like is when your side hustle is taking up your time that should be spent pursuing your dreams. So like you're driving Uber instead of pursuing speaking gigs, and you just can't seem to get past that. That's a side hustle that I would give up, and I would put all that time and energy into producing money in the place where you really want it to come through. Next side hustle that I don't like is that you're making money, but you're doing something that you actually despise and hate. Not a good side hustle in the long run. And the last, and this is my least favorite, is the person who has so many side hustles that they're just completely distracted and they're not actually creating traction in any of the businesses. That is like the serial network marketer or the serial entrepreneur where they're always starting some new thing and none of them are actually productive, but they just love the process of having one more thing that they can say that they do. So there are good and bad reasons to have a side hustle. Like I said, I'm not opposed to them. I have some. So I told you I would tell you about my side hustles that I don't really talk about in this channel. My main core business is I do business consulting and coaching, and I help people with their sales and their marketing systems. I have a side hustle where I actually run a sales agency where I provide, I hire, I train, and I continue to manage their appointment setters. So that is a side hustle that I have. I have another side hustle where I will actually go in and do the full build of the sales system, the recruiting, and then turn the team back over to them. That's another side hustle. And then I have mentioned this side hustle before. I write. So I am a published author and I write fiction and I love it. So that's another side hustle. So let's talk about how you know if you actually have productive, good side hustles versus if you're just getting too distracted. So the first thing is, I don't recommend building multiple businesses at once. Like starting them all up from the ground up is so much work. So I didn't start pursuing the other things until my main business was solid. And then I saw need and opportunity that was coming out of my main business. And so I have a balance between how much I can do each year. So with my agency, I can take on about 10 of really the right clients. If they're the wrong clients, it takes up too much time. But if they're the right clients, I have a good system in place for the hiring, for the training, for the management. And I can take about 10 of those at a time. And I can do about 2 to 3 sales system builds and recruitments and like training the team and handing them back over. So I know my limits for each one and how much I can handle. And the great part about my side hustles is that my core business brings in the people for the other businesses. That these people will show up and they're like, hey, I don't know if this is exactly what you do, but here's what I need. And I'm like, oh yeah, actually I can do that. So that's nice because it creates a lot of synergy. Now, my writing side hustle, that is something that I love to do. I am super passionate about. And if I'm being totally honest, that one does conflict often with my core business because of time. It takes a lot of time to write a book. Did you know that? And so when I have my writing time set aside from I write from 5 until about 8 every morning. And then I have a day where I'm really busy and I need that time for my business. They compete against each other and it can cause friction. It can be challenging. So the way that I manage that is just by giving myself a little bit of grace and looking at what's the top priority. There are times when I need to hit a deadline for my book and I'll say, you know what, if I'm going to publish on time, this is what needs to happen. This is what I got to write. And the client work is just going to have to wait. And then there are other times where it's like, you know what, I don't have a deadline coming up and I need to be over here. I need to get these things done. And so I do that. So if you're going to manage multiple side hustles, you want to make sure that you're creating an environment where all of them can win and you're not doing it at the expense of you. There are some mornings where I'm like, I'm not doing either one because the thing that is in my best interest right now is more sleep. And that's okay too.
It is a beautiful, sunny day.
I do think that side hustles are a great way to have job security. And I do think it's good to not just have one source of income, because what if that dried up? What if you lost your job? What if you lost your business? That's happened to a lot of people in the last few years. And I understand the desire to want to have different things going on. But I want you to have enough focus that you can actually be successful and don't use your side hustle as a means of hiding from your true desire and goal to build a successful business.
100 grand.
So now you know why the side hustle is the new job security. And now the next video that I want you to go check out is 10 steps to successful goal setting, because I don't care how many side hustles you have, you need to know how to achieve the goals within them. So go check it out, go watch, like it, subscribe to the channel. I cannot wait to see you there.